Cool.
Nothing like timing.
Yeah. Jake's doing the countdown, and all I could think of is Wayne's World when Wayne and Garth are like 5, 4, 3, 2. Guys, quit. That's all I can think of when he's doing the countdown. Is the whole. I almost did the whole Live at 5 greeting because that's just by instinct what I'd normally be doing up here right now.
But it's not 5
It's
o'clock.
not 5 o'clock.
And it's not
It's also
Thursday.
not Thursday, so it's. And Jake's not part of the show.
You guys are all messed up.
It's a whirlwind of a day, but we are live here at Island Music Company at 7. So live at 7, you know. Yes. The Martin Experience here at Island Music Company. For those who don't know, my name is Jack.
Keith.
This is Keith, and with us is
And I'm the oddball out. I'm Brendan from Martin Guitar.
Brendan from Martin. So you've been on a few of our live streams here at the shop.
We've done a couple, I think.
Yeah, I think
Nobody
You-
watched any of them.
you
That's why
might-
I had to introduce myself.
you might hold the record for the most live streams from a non-Island Music employee.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want
Sorry,
I want
there's-
something on the wall.
I was going to give you a Martin T-shirt.
Oh, thanks. My
next-
wife will love it.
Yeah, next time you come in, there'll be something on the wall. Maybe it might be in crayon and colored pencil, but there'll be something on the wall for you. It'll be. Yeah, so we're doing a quick little live stream here to highlight some of the cooler Martins that we have in stock.
Yeah.
Right now, Keith, you're playing the Cherry Hill.
I am playing the Cherry Hill Dreadnought, which is only available to dealers when they go visit the factory. And I was lucky enough to go in the winter, and I did get a speeding ticket on my way home. But I also got the opportunity to buy this cool Cherry Hill Dreadnought and a Cherry Hill Triple O, which is down there in the front row. I was really taken back by how awesome these guitars sound, and the fact that they are a custom shop instrument, but in standard series price point, which
Is amazing.
it's quite amazing. I guess give us the spiel about
so,
the Cherry Hill.
the spiel, the name comes from the fact that the guitars are made out of cherry, and this is cherry that we've been getting from a farm in Pennsylvania for I think the last 80 years. There's been a very long relationship with this cherry farm.
Wow.
So it's a Pennsylvania wood, which is a nice tie-in.
Yeah.
The other tie-in that most people don't know about, Keith, is that Cherry Hill is where one of the original Martin shops was.
I did know that.
It's literally, you know,
I
you've
researched
seen it.
that, yeah.
It's literally a stone's throw from where the Martin factory is right now. But the quick story is back in the day, they couldn't live in Nazareth because they weren't Moravians. So they had to live outside of Nazareth where the hotel was. So they lived directly across from the Cherry Hill Hotel. And that's where they had one of the first shops before they moved downtown.
Oh wow, okay.
So that's the connection to the naming of the guitar. And it's a wonderful piece, as you can hear. Cherry tends to be mahogany-ish, but kind of in between mahogany
Yeah.
and rosewood. Right?
I was going to say it reminds me of a really nice D18, like one maybe that's been aged and has had some time on it,
Yeah.
where the wood's cured and dried out, because it's really really resonates well, and is really balanced. Like it's not super bass heavy.
Yeah.
Beautiful instrument.
So a great way to get into a custom shop instrument. Also, you mentioned it's in standard pricing, and it is, but one thing you wouldn't find in that price point ever would be the maple binding. So that's a nice, really cool feature.
Nice little touch there.
Of this guitar.
Yeah.
Cool. Since we're on the history of Martin, so to speak, talking about Cherry Hill, I'd like to get more info on this one here.
Get more info on this one. All right, this is a D18 1937 authentic, and what all that means is that this is a replica as close as we can get today to building a D18 the way it was made in 1937.
Okay.
And there are big differences between 1937 and 1939. The neck on here it's a full thickness neck. Some people get scared by that, but you've really got to play this thing, and the way that it falls into the shape of your hand is actually pretty nice. It gives you a lot of support rather than leaving a gap in the hand. Other features are hide glue, which is really important to the sound of this instrument. It's the glue that was being used, I think, up until, I forget the exact dates, but it was definitely used in the 30s, maybe into the 40s. We stopped using it for a while, and we didn't bring hide glue back till much later. So
Okay.
it's a complicated process to use. There's only, I think, 2 or 3 people in the factory that even use hide glue today.
Wow.
And these Authentics are built in the custom shop. So it's not customizable, but it is built by the same people who are building
Your custom
shop
instruments.
guitars.
Okay.
And the other really cool thing about these is that the finish is taken back a little bit. And what I mean is we went back and we found some of the original recipes in the archives, and we tried to recreate that finish as closely as possible.
Okay.
So without giving all the secrets away, basically it is a lacquer finish, but the sheen, the high gloss is taken back.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Using
yeah.
a method to make it look like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's no secret. It's pumice stone. So you're basically buffing it with pumice stone, and you bring that finish back. It gives it a nice vintage look. These guitars are $62.99, but as Jack and I were talking earlier, that's a bargain when you consider what you would be looking at to get something from that actual year.
Sure.
You'd be well into $30,000, $40,000, $50,000.
I've had my eye on an actual pre-war D18, and the cheapest I can find one in the absolute worst condition possible is still $45,000.
So, matter of perspective when you
Yeah.
look at it this way.
Buy a house, pre-war D18. I think we know which way I'm gonna go, but you know.
Yeah. It's a beautiful sounding guitar.
Yeah, you're right. The neck is big, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all.
Yeah. When I was teaching years ago, I'd find that a lot of people would compensate for the gap between their hand and neck, and they would end up shrinking their hand to have their palm touch the neck. And this, for most people, doesn't give you that option because it really just forms behind your hand well.
Yeah, really beautiful instrument. This is cool. And you're right. You can instantly look at the guitar and see the difference in the finish. And I mean, it almost looks like a thinner skin finish.
It is a little bit thinner too.
Okay.
Right.
So for tonality,
Correct.
like it would probably resonate.
It resonates differently.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, good choice, Jack.
Beautiful stuff. What else should we look at? See what's behind us. Some fun guitars back here.
There is an awful lot of really nice Martin guitars. under
There's a
this
lot.
roof
It's
right
hard. It's
now.
hard to look at this. Oh, what about this one? Because
Yeah.
you want to talk
Yeah.
about them all. You want to
Well,
get your hands on all of them.
Let's talk about. We went.
I was just
we went
thinking that.
1937.
Let's go.
But
Oh, so let's go
let's
modern.
newer.
Okay.
Let's go newer. This is very unique guitar for us. It came out a couple years ago. This is the SC13. This is the special with the burst on it. It has LR Baggs electronics. What you'll probably notice just from looking at it on the camera is it's a very unique shape. And I remember when we first brought this to NAMM, we were debating whether we show it like this or we show it this way. 'Cause we were a little scared that this is not traditional. But the point of this guitar is all in the ability to reach upper register notes without having to even touch the body at all. So it gives you, it's more of an electric feel.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of considered to be a guitar that's a little bit easier to cross over from electric. So if you're used to, real low action and 9-gauge strings, you're going to be comfortable playing this guitar a little bit longer than you would maybe the D18, just because you're just getting into acoustic playing. The other thing is that you can get this guitar pretty loud, so the noise to feedback ratio is much more significant than a regular acoustic guitar. You can see Keith getting his hand all the way up there and reaching some notes that would be a little bit more difficult to do otherwise. And there's now some new versions of this. So there's an SC18 and an SC28.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are all solid
Yeah.
wood. There's some laminates on here. That is not a bad thing. It's actually a fine veneer that we helped create. So there's an African mahogany core and then zirconi is what you're seeing on the outside of that. So real pretty looking guitar, totally functional, and you can do a lot of different things with it.
Tell me a little bit about the neck shim.
Yeah,
design here.
so there's
yeah.
there's an elevation plate in there, and you can very easily take this neck off, or just loosen it, and you can change the angle of the neck.
Okay.
So we're setting this one up with a very low action, lower than we would normally do, and you could change that if you wanted the action higher, or maybe you could go a little bit lower too. So there's a little plate that slides in there, and that'll change your action. If you had to, if you were doing alternate tunings, which kind of mess up intonation, you could change the intonation of the guitar by loosening the neck and
Okay.
moving the neck forward or backwards to change the
Okay.
intonation.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. Okay. Do the shims come with the guitar, or is that something
They don't
that
come
we
with
order
it.
separate?
There's a kit that comes separately, and there's a special torque wrench that's necessary, and
Okay.
the shims, and that kit is available to purchase. It's really recommended that you would bring it to Island Music and
Yeah,
have
of
Tanner
course. Yeah.
do it for you.
Okay.
But if you're real handy and you want to do it yourself, you could. See, this guitar is so loud you can even hear it over a vacuum.
When was the last time that you could do that on an acoustic guitar?
I don't think ever.
Yeah, this would be a really great live performance piece for like a duo kind of thing. You know, like if you were playing rhythm and you're like, "Hey Keith, you know, let's do some normal rocked out electric songs acoustic," and I would still be able to perform at the level that I would with an electric guitar, and it still has a great acoustic tone.
Right.
But man, the neck is so comfortable on here, and then just being able to get up here like this cutaway, and you probably can't see it that good, but the way that this neck heel is designed really allows me to comfortably slide all the way up past the 15th fret. So if I want to get, you know, a full 2 octaves in terms of leads, I can easily do that. It's really cool.
Yeah. And with that noise to feedback ratio, kind of speaking of feedback, you could put a distortion pedal on this. You know, if you had that need, you know, you're doing acoustic versions of Pearl Jam songs, and you need to have a little crunch on your lead, you can do that with this guitar, and you can get it up over even a full band with a drummer. So that's another benefit to it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a great one. All right, what else you guys want to check out?
You
Go
have
ahead.
a request?
I have a request. They brought the craziest guitar that I have never seen, and I just really want to show you guys. It is the Martin Alien guitar. And we have some weird stuff under this roof, but this is probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
There you go. And we're gonna plug it in a little bit
Oh,
too.
wow. Okay.
So,
All
yeah.
right, so here it is.
Really weird.
Oh.
Straight from Skinwalker Ranch, if you're familiar with that show. And I don't even think Keith knows about how weird this thing can get.
No, he's gonna find out.
So this was designed. Wait, what is it? Theremin?
Yeah.
Oh, I just gave it away. That one.
Oh, this thing is crazy. Even look at the neck heel on this. It's like a weird
Carved
alien
neck heel.
skin or something. Yeah.
I touched it earlier. I was like, I feel like I'm in the movie Alien right now. I was like, Brandon, I'm gonna hit this. I don't know where the volume is gonna be on that, so he might get a little.
This one.
Yeah.
So this guitar was done in collaboration. That's a big word. With a gentleman named Michael Broly, and I'm not super familiar with him, but Google it,
Okay.
and he's into some interesting artwork. So he
Whoa. What?
whoa, what, Keith? Come on, this is a family show. What's going on there? What's happening? Maybe adjust these knobs a little bit. Whoa. This is like Close Encounters of the Third Kind going on here. Hey. The more hand gestures you make, the better. So what's going on is Michael had this idea to put a theremin in a guitar. So if you don't know what a theremin is, look
We
that
have
one up too. You have
Coming
one?
Down the Music. We
We've
have
got
one.
a couple. Yeah.
Think of, if you're old enough, think of like an old horror movie or something, or alien movie.
Yeah.
They would use a theremin, which has 2 antennas on it to make different pitches and then change the volume of those pitches.
So where am I?
So it's built in. You can just there's sensors in different areas.
And then changing the knobs.
So you could pick a tone and then play along with it.
Oh, somehow we're changing the pitch on it. It's not. I tried to play my most sinister sounding heavy metal scale to match that pitch, but I guess my hand touched a sensor
Something.
and made us go sharp. But yeah, that's crazy.
We've just derailed.
Okay, that's really something.
So, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. Some of you may say, be calling Island Music right now, saying, "I'll buy that one." This is just a fun piece to talk about, and it's kind of we're a very traditional company.
Yeah.
This is very untraditional. So, just to let people know that we have fun sometimes, and it may never make it to market. This guitar's not for sale. We're not making another
Everything
one.
is for sale.
Everything's for sale at some point.
Yeah, we'd like to order 12.
If you
Yeah.
pay me enough for this guitar, I may just quit my job and move to Maryland.
Yeah, the guys, this is the crazy. I don't even know how to play this. I would have to take this home for a week or so to figure out how to incorporate that theremin into it. But man, when I saw the case for this, they wheeled in the case earlier, and I was like, Jack, what the hell is in there? And he said, oh, this is the Alien guitar. And I instantly thought, sometimes we have the like the screen printed guitars, like the what was the last one we had? Like the Earth.
Oh, the Earth series.
Yeah,
Earth
the Earth one. We've had some
series,
different
yeah.
cowboy ones over the years. The Biosphere one. We've had some different ones over the years. And I thought that's what he meant. Like, oh, maybe it's like, an alien spaceship scene on a guitar, just in a weird case. And we opened this up, and I was not ready for what was in the case. And I don't think any of the Martin traditionalists that attended tonight's event were ready for this either. Quite
Not
a
at
weird
all.
instrument.
Not at all. And we actually did surprise Keith with the theremin, so that was
Yeah.
that made it more fun.
I want to know, where do you get these bridge pins? That's the.
I'm
FU
guessing-
tone right here at Island Music. I think we have some green ones.
There you go.
All right, what else we got, guys? There's probably nothing that's going to top the Alien guitar.
Yeah, it's it. We might as well just stop right there. But let's talk about something else cool. Speaking of non-tradition, we've changed a couple of things on the X series, and even those of you familiar with the X series and you don't have one, you might want to consider it. This is a great gigging guitar at a very reasonable price. So the X series is in the $600 range. You have a number of different instruments. And the first thing that I think a lot of people would notice that's a really cool change is the rolled edges on the fingerboard.
Yeah,
Right?
feels kind of
Automatically
worn
makes it
in.
more smooth.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're just getting started on guitar, little things like that make a really big difference.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting a really solid guitar for a reasonable price, coming from Martin. Lots of cool, simple features that make it exciting. So you've
Yeah.
played these, Jack?
Yeah, the X2s are phenomenal series guitar. They are probably one of the better acoustics out there to get that value of the guitar for the price point that they're in. But when it comes to, like you said, the rolled edges, the solid spruce top, everything just feels great on it. The neck shape is a nice, comfortable neck shape, so it's nothing too thick, nothing too wide, nothing too heavy. The bracing on the inside does a huge improvement, even just coming from the previous X series before it. Yeah.
Yeah, lots
Yeah.
going into this one.
Super comfortable neck. You can play this all night at a gig. Feels really comfortable if you're a beginner. It's pretty easy to start. The wood is striking. Like, look how cool that looks.
It's just the Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola
Yeah.
with some sapwood.
Sapwood,
featured in
yeah.
here. So we took some of our best pieces of Cocobolo, Zircote, and a couple other woods, and we took images of them put that on the material that's on the back and sides of these guitars. So each one's a little bit different, which makes it kind of exciting and just really attractive guitar again in that price point.
And built-in tuner, which is actually
Built-in tuner,
inside here, which is kind of cool. So you can tune. You don't have to have anything hanging out on your headstock. You can just see right down in there, like I can see right now. It's in its rest position. But yeah, pretty cool. Really overall, really nice guitar. And they actually come with these beautiful Martin gig bags now, which is also super cool. So a lot of times, you spend your whole budget on the guitar, and then the case is an afterthought, and you're carrying this beautiful instrument like over your shoulder out of the music store. They come with these really nice bags.
This is a nice bag. We call these structured bags.
Yeah, I mean, that's especially up near the neck. Like that's
It'll sit upright on its own. Hopefully.
Yeah, really.
Otherwise,
Hey.
I look really bad right now. The strap, if you're lefty or righty, you can change it to either side. It's a nice, comfortable.
Smart.
I don't want to say sweat-proof, but it's got a nice airy strap on it. Big handle.
Yeah.
Very comfortable bag.
Does the neck rest still come out of the case?
It on this one? Yes, it does.
In case you're on a
Wanted to
long
be sure.
flight and you need one of those neck pillows or something, you can pull this out of your guitar case.
I've used this as a good selling feature because you've got the accessory pocket on there, so you can store your picks in there.
I didn't even know that.
If you want to open it up, there is the zipper there. You
could
could
open
put
it
stuff
up.
in there. But the cool feature is you need to change your guitar strings. You're on the fly. You don't want your guitar to move around as much. This just pops right out of right out of the case. Lay it on your desk.
Your headstock.
Yeah.
Slide it off a table by accident.
The other cool feature I really like on the guitars is it was kind of taken from the Rhodes series guitars, from the Fishman series that are on there, but is the whole output jack battery system on the bottom of the guitar.
Yeah, so that's something that was invented
Very
at
slick.
Martin, and we're able to incorporate that into any guitar and virtually any electronic system. So
Oh, yeah.
really nice because it's there, easy access to the battery, and part of the thinking in this was, now that you put that in there, what do you do with the strap button? So we move the strap button forward, and that actually changes how the guitar sits on your body.
Yeah.
And brings it into you a little bit more, so it's not facing out. So there's some ergonomic features to that as well.
Yeah, very nice instrument, and these come in a variety of different looks and finishes and everything. We stock tons of them, so come on in and
we
check
have
them out.
we have the GPC, the triple O, the single O. We might have the regular Dread. We're down a stand, so every time we grab one, I've been putting one somewhere. And
Someone's
then,
gonna buy another
Oh,
guitar.
the 12-string is really cool too. So the 12-string
Yeah.
is a really nice,
Yeah.
really nice 12-string guitar. We have the Dreadnought with the cutaway. You were saying they're strung differently, is that right?
No, not the one that you have. So the impetus for the cutaway 12-string was a customer in South America, and they wanted their guitars strung differently. I think there's 4 courses of. No, it would be 4. Would it 3 courses of 2 strings? Whatever. I'm not doing public math. Whatever lines up to 12.
And
but
it doesn't even apply to the guitars we have. So
doesn't.
we're
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a cool new guitar as a special.
Yeah.
And speaking of specials, there's Martin Custom Shop where you can pick out woods and design your own guitar. And I don't know if we can do a link or something, but there was a customer here earlier who picked up his custom guitar,
Yep.
which was exciting. But we're also we're not moving Custom Shop into Mexico, where we're building the X Series, but we're doing a lot of unique specials. So this is a guitar that is just a special for the summer. It just came out 2 weeks ago. This is the O size version, and there is a D version of this as well. So this is one that I brought, but Island Music has 2 of these on order as well. And just a fun little guitar. No electronics, simple, black guitar, very pleasing aesthetically, and only $4.99 for both versions.
Yeah, pretty cool. And we have these coming.
You have
Yeah.
these coming.
Okay.
All right.
So I guess we should talk about one custom.
Sure.
We just
pick
mentioned
one of your
custom
awesome
shop.
Custom shops.
Which shaded top do you want to?
Let's do that cutaway one.
Which? Oh, the only one.
Yeah, the only cutaway one.
Which? Oh, wait a minute.
That one. get some notes out for this.
Yeah, are they still in order? I moved them around when you weren't looking.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
So this is an OM cutaway. Beautiful. It's got some figuring on the top and a nice shading.
Sorry, we're a bit out of tune.
Herringbone binding with a pearl rosette. LR Bags pickup with the same battery box that we were talking about earlier. This one, if we can get the lighting, $59.21 for a custom shop guitar. And I'm looking at a very small font here, but this is European spruce on the top. LR Bags, as we mentioned, amber tone. Very cool OM with a cutaway on it. Also kind of non-traditional, but true gigging guitar.
Oh yeah.
Nice access to the upper frets.
Yeah, this guitar is really nice. This neck is super playable. You could really play this all night long at a gig. Yeah, good access to the upper frets. Kind of more of a modern voicing to it. And what I mean by that is it's real crisp, and there's a lot of high-end definition.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Very even.
I don't know any modern music, though.
No, things on the acoustic don't change that much.
Still modern.
Yeah. This is really, what is it, LR Bags Anthem in here?
LR Bags Anthem, correct.
Okay. And then Rosewood back inside, so you're still getting that traditional Martin bass response that you're used to. I guess this is an East Indian.
This is East Indian. Coming out of the custom shop, they tend to, I don't know without looking at the spec sheet, so I don't want to mislead anybody, but this looks like a premium set of East Indian rosewood.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of color variation.
Yeah.
A lot
Very-
of really good grain,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really defined.
too.
Yeah.
And then I love the satin polish on the neck. Super fast. Looks like Grover vintage style tuners. What else can I tell you about this? Beautiful spruce top with the amber tone, and then herringbone inlay. So this is like a modern HD 28 style
Kind of. Yeah. Yeah.
guitar. Like,
Appointment wise,
Yeah.
definitely. With a 41 rosette. It's just very, very cool.
yeah, I would say this and the Martin SC guitar are probably my favorite guitars that you could use to just gig out to really a kind of a Swiss Army knife guitar to play. My favorite guitar that we have played tonight is the 1937 D18.
A lot of sound.
That is a beautiful instrument. It's very well balanced. It's just amazing tone. Really, really nice guitar. Well, thank you for showing me these guitars that
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have never seen before, and for
Well,
letting me
actually,
play
we
my
all
guitars.
like guitars.
Yeah.
They're fun to show.
We do like guitars. It makes us pretty easy. This is really nice. It's kind of like someone at the custom shop was like, let's take the nicest things from some of our more popular guitars and just make one guitar. And it's literally, this is it. Very cool. Very cool.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and thanks for those that attended the event. We appreciate all the support, and look forward to seeing you again soon with some more cool, exciting stuff.
All right.